And we are live. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? If you are watching this for the first time and you don't know who I am, my name is E.DeanCole, and I own E.DeanCole Financial. We're a consulting firm, and we specialize in working capital, alternative finance, business funding, and working capital loans. My cufflink came out. This is live. So if you've never seen me before, this is unlike anything you've ever seen before. This is actually a live call-in show where I'm going to give out some free business coaching. I'm going to answer your questions live. There we go. We good? We Gucci? There we go. Boom. Okay. Well, I'm going to answer your questions live about business funding and business credit. Now, before I go in here too deep, let me hear how I sound. Before we get in here too deep, let's see how we sound. Let's see. Okay, cool. Sounding good, and we looking good. Okay, so let's do a temperature check. If you're watching me for the first time, I want you to say first time. All right, if you're watching me for the first time, I want you to say first time. If you've never seen me before, but you are not a first-time watcher and you're actually a client of mine and you're enrolled into any of my coaching courses or you've gotten funding from us, I want you to say client. If you are not watching for the first time, you're not a client, you've not come to us for funding, but you are a subscriber, you subscribe to the channel, I want you to say family so we can do a temperature check so we can see who is all in the building. And yes, this is live. I'm going to open up the phone lines. We got to make sure the signal strength is good, make sure that everyone is able to see me, and we are good to go. And I'm going to open up the phone lines, guys, and I'm going to answer your questions about business funding and business credit. So if you've ever had any questions about business funding, business credit, how to start a business, how to get business funding, how business credit works, or what is business funding, this is the show for you. So I want all of you guys to hit that like button, hit that share button right now. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 people watching us live. Let's see how many people we got watching live so far. To answer your questions about business funding and business credit. So boom, let's see. Okay, we're good on that. Right, we have a total of 87 people watching live right now. All of you guys hit that like button, hit that share button right now. Okay, let's see who is watching for the first time. We got William Clark is watching for the first time. Hey, Will, how are you doing today? We got Big E, the boss is a client. Hey, Big E, how are you doing? We got Robert Hunter is a client. Hey, Rob, how are you doing? All right, so let's see. All right, I see some questions you guys are asking. Call in. I'm going to open up the phone lines, okay? I don't want to get distracted, all right? Call in to have your questions asked. We got Dominique Tribe of Judah, which is a dope name, is watching for the first time. Hey, Dominique, how are you doing today? All right, so let's see. Okay, we're doing pretty good. We're looking pretty good. Okay, cool. We're looking pretty good. We're doing pretty good. All right, so we're good to go. All right, so let's see who else. There was somebody else watching for the first time. The Light is watching for the first time. Hey, The Light, how are you doing today? We got so many of you guys that are in the building. So let's get into this. Let me get into this. Let me close some of these down so that the systems don't crash on us. We're going to open up the phone lines and answer your questions. We need to get at least 100 people watching us live. Let's at least get 100 people watching live so we can maximize this time. We got 100, so we can get 100 people watching live. I want to get to 1,000 people watching live. Then everybody hit that like button, hit that share button, and we will jump into this. So how's everybody doing today? Doing pretty good. We got Quiet Storm. Hey, Quiet Storm, how are you doing? We got Dwayne Boyd is in the building. Hey, Dwayne, how are you doing? We actually got some people that was part of the notification squad. Notification squad was as soon as we went live, they were here. Rob Hunter was part of the notification squad. We got Backbone. Island Gal was a part of the notification squad. We got Ronnie Wilson was in the building, who's a moderator. We got Bluebird that was a part of the notification squad. So that's good stuff. We're doing pretty good. You guys are doing well. That's good stuff. All right, you saw me on Sin's channel, Jay? Okay, awesome. I like Sin for the P. Sin is my man. I really like Sin. He is one of the most talented orators and speakers of this time, and I've been working with Sin to help him become more on the coaching side of things, helping him to get more on this side of things. So that's good stuff. First time catching me live. That's what I'm talking about, Jay Lyons. Thanks so much for catching me live, Jay. All right, so let's go ahead and let me get these phone lines ready to open up. While we open up these phone lines, I'm going to see how we doing. Sounding good, we looking good. Hopefully we don't have any crashes. The signal strength looks good. So let's get ready to open up these phone lines, and I'm gonna answer your questions about business funding and business credit. Get in and get out and have a successful day. All right, if you guys are ready. Now I do have a question too while I'm typing this in. If you guys are wanting to get funding, if you want to get funding for your business, if you want to get funding, I want you to say funding, that you want funding. Say want funding, W-A-N-T funding, 2 words. What is this going on? Okay. Hold on for 1 second, guys. This is live. I am messaging my assistant. Just messaged me. Let's open up these phone lines. Boom. And also, if you want funding, I want you to say you want funding. If you don't want funding, but you like watching my channel, oh no, what's up with my cufflinks today? The devil is a lie. I bind every distraction in the name of Jesus. We will not have no mishaps today. The devil is a lie. If you watch me for anything other than business funding, tell me why. So you watch me, Dean, because you sharp, or Dean because you funny, or Dean because I hate you. You know, there are people that watch you longer when they hate you than they like you. All right. If you, or like my man just said, I saw you on such and such channel or collabing someplace else. So that's why I see you. So if you are watching me for one, if you're watching me for funding, I want you to say I want funding. Or if you are watching because you need help with the personal credit, or if you need help with business credit, or you just like my mug, you just like to see what I'm gonna look like, you just think I'm handsome, or whatever the reason is, or you say you crazy or entertaining, let me know. While I pull up while I get the phone lines open, I learned that I have to let YouTube breathe for a moment. I gotta let it breathe. I gotta let it do its thing before I just go ahead and open up the phone lines so that they don't crash. If you guys don't know this, I live in the Dominican Republic, and so my office is in the Dominican Republic. So right now, the type of connection that I have, it's tricky sometimes, you know, it's tricky sometimes, but we're in the process of doing upgrades. And so it's a beautiful country. Love the country. Sometimes things don't go all the way as planned, or sometimes don't go all the way smooth. So we're okay with that. It's good. All right, so while you guys are doing that, let's see how we looking right here. We going to open up these phone lines and create me a new live show. I wonder if I need to do it. You know what? Just to make sure, let me snatch this down. Bam. Snatch you down. There we go. And make you your own thing. We're doing, this is a live call-in business coaching. This is live, guys. This should have been already done, but you know, it is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. When you are an entrepreneur, you have to deal with the vicissitudes of entrepreneurship. Matter of fact, I'm about to start teaching right now before I get into this. If you are afraid that things are going to go bad for you, you're always going to be stuck. Because it's never going to be perfect. Never. You're going to have hard times. It's never going to be perfect. It's never going to line all the way up. Sometimes people say, oh, you got to strike while the iron is hot. Well, guess what? Sometimes you got to make the iron hot by striking. So there are times where people say, oh, Dean, I want to be a YouTuber, or I want to do what you do, or I want to be a social commentator or whatnot, but I need to get the special camera, and I need to get my special camera, and then also I need to make sure that I get my lighting right, and I need to lose 100 pounds or 20 pounds, and once that happens, then I'll do it. Listen, it's never going to happen. I'm not being negative. What I'm saying is you have to do it because it's something that you want to do. And you have to go after it because it's what you are called to do, because it's not going to be perfect. You're going to run into issues. You're going to run into vicissitudes. So, matter of fact, let's hope and pray as I open up these phone lines that we don't run into any issues right now. So let's see what happens right now. Let me go ahead and click this button and open these bad boys up. And let's see how we do. It's about to be loud. So give me a moment, guys. Let's see. Signal strength still looks good. Connecting, still looking good. I don't know, it's taking a long time. We'll see. All right. All right, let's see.
Now press 1 to hear important.
Your show is scheduled to start in 30 seconds.
Okay, so we're looking pretty good.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds.
All right. So it says that we're going live in a few seconds, so let's see how we're doing. All right. So it says that we live. So let's see. Let's go ahead and open up these phone lines and see how we're doing. We're going to open up these phone lines. Sound is good. Boom. Phone lines are open. And if you're watching this on a replay and you're like, Dean, I didn't know you were live. Two things. Thing number one, you've seen one of my videos before, but you did not subscribe. Or thing number two, you subscribed, but you did not hit that notification bell. So it's very important that you not only subscribe, but that you hit that notification bell. Let me show you what that notification bell looks like. So you see right here, you have to hit that subscribe button and boom, hit that notification bell and make sure it says notification for all. So the next time I'm live, you can participate with me as if you're watching live. Or if you want to join our VIP list, text the phrase funding 101 to 833-934-1328. Text the phrase funding 101 to 833-934-1328. Text the phrase to funding 101. Boom, it just went through. Okay, good stuff. The first one went through. Let's send out the second one. All right. So we're good to go. Phone lines are open. Let's see how we're sounding and we're looking. Let me get into this. Okay, the phone lines are definitely open. All right, see the lines are flooding through. Let's see how we're sounding. Boom. Okay, we sounding real good too. We looking good. So let's see what these comments are looking like before we get into some of these phone calls. Okay, let's see. All right, good stuff. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for participating as well. The more you participate, the more YouTube knows that you value this content, and they're going to spread this and share this out. All right, so let's see. We got people. We got Bluebird. That's family. All right, we got the call-in number. You see the call-in number, Paulette. The call-in number is 563-999-3627. That is 563-999-3627. That is the call-in number. First time catching me live, so that way you will be able to ask your question, and I will answer your question. You just shared the live, Carolyn. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's see. Okay, so Robert Hunter is watching me because he wants funding. Big E, the boss, is watching because he wants funding. Terry T is watching because he wants funding. Money Mike Slick Will is in the building. Hey, Money Mike Slick Will. Money Mike Slick Will is a very successful client of mine. Him and his wife are doing some really big things with their business. I'm really proud of them. They're doing some really big things with their business. Money Mike Slick Will is watching because he wants funding. All right. Rascana is watching because they want funding. William Clark is watching because they want funding. Dominique is watching me. Tribe of Judah is because they want funding. Antonio is watching me because they want funding. JT is watching me because they want funding. All right, so many of you guys are watching. Okay, good stuff. You guys are ready. Okay, cool. You guys are ready. Good stuff. Emmanuel is in the building. Hey, Emmanuel, how are you doing today? You already almost ready for the corporate build out, Brian? That's good stuff. I appreciate you. And whenever you're ready, we'll be ready to rock too. Okay, let's open up some of these phone lines and let's see how we're doing. All right, guys, I'm taking your calls live. God almighty, there's a lot of calls. We're taking your calls live on the air. 563 999-3627. That's 563-999-3627. Let's see who is all in the building. All right, last four of your number is 7831. So 7831, you are live. 7881, excuse me. Last four digits is 7881. You are live on the air.
Hey, yeah, that's close to my number.
Yep. 7881. How you doing, my man?
Man, I can't complain, man. I could be doing better, of course.
Yeah. Well, first, before we get started too tough, tell everybody what's your name and where you calling from.
My name's Jay. I'm calling from Detroit.
Okay, what up, though?
Yeah, the Jay Linus from the comments, bro.
Jay, okay, that's good stuff. Jay, what up, though? That's good stuff.
What's going on, bro?
I am winning, my man. I'm winning. So how can I help you today, my man? Let's keep the questions one. Because the last time we were live, people were asking question after question after question, like boom, 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 boom. So we're gonna answer your questions. So let's stick it to one question at a time. Let's do one question at a time if we can.
Okay. See, I tried to do business funding before, but it didn't really turn out how I thought it was going to go.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up getting a couple credit cards, but it wasn't business credit cards. It was just like
Personal credit cards. Mm-hmm.
And what ended up happening, I got a little debt. So I don't know if I can get funding right now because of the debt or whatever. And I have my business for over about 2 years right now.
Mm-hmm.
And got all the EIN and all the what's the credit for the business site, Brad Street.
Dun and Bradstreet.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I got all that. Everything's all in order. Only thing I'm trying to figure out is, am I going to have to, I guess, pay down my debt before I apply for business credit again?
Okay. Well, so the first thing is this. If you built business credit the proper way, if you did it the proper way, your business credit is 100% separate from your personal credit. Based on what you told me is that you did not separate them because you said that it really wasn't business credit. You got a couple of credit cards with personal guarantees. And so it seems to me as if you didn't truly build business credit. It seems to me as if you created
That's definitely what it is.
yeah. So that being said, what you would need to do is if you want to build business credit that's separate from your personal credit, my advice to you would be to start a new corporation, start a new business, especially because you said that you have high debt and the business that you had before, you got credit cards. Are those some of those high debt items that you're talking about? All right. So what is it that your business, what is your business, if you don't mind me asking? What is it that, are you in your business every day right now, or is it something that you're doing on the side?
No. What the business that LLC actually that I established was actually, it wasn't even something that I was really planning on doing. It was just something that somebody told me that I could get just funded for a business. I wouldn't.
Okay, got you. So
I just opened one up, and they told me, basically just open up the LLC, make sure it's.
well, they didn't tell you they definitely told you wrong. Well, let's pause for a moment. They definitely told you the wrong way to do it, okay? Because if they didn't tell you how to structure your business the proper way, we have clients that get $200,000 in funding, it's never attached to their personal credit. So my advice to you would be to start over again and really do it for real this time. Don't just start it as like a little side hustle and side thing, which is good. There's nothing wrong with having a side hustle. But what I mean by that is be intentional about it. If you build your business the proper way, meaning that your paperwork is done the proper way to where you separate yourself, then you'll be able to build business credit that's separate from your personal credit. So that's my advice to you, to start over again, start from scratch. And when you start over again, build a brand new business and make sure that you set it up the proper way to where you separate yourself, so that way you don't have to do a personal guarantee. So if you don't have to do a personal guarantee, then your personal debt doesn't go into effect. All right? So that's my advice to you. All right. Thanks so much for calling, my man. I appreciate it. All right. We got a next caller. Last four of your number is 7863. Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
This is Johnny from Chicago.
Hey, Johnny, what's going on? Johnny from Chi City. How you doing, Johnny?
Pretty good. I've got a quick question. So due to the recent events, my small business was burned. It was not burned to the ground. There was serious damage. It was fire damage, looting, and products. And my product got stolen. I'm just wondering. I don't have full coverage insurance. They said that they wouldn't. That riding is not covered with the insurance, and they said that in the bank, if I don't pay it, they're going to foreclose my business. So I just want to get your opinion on what I should do.
Okay, well, first, I apologize for that. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. What is your business?
It's a clothing store.
It's a clothing store? Okay. And you said that rioting was not one of the reasons for them to pay out insurance claims. However, if the reason why your store was damaged, it wasn't because of riots. The reason why your store was damaged is because there was a fire put in your store, and also because someone broke in and stole items. So because of that, what you want to do is make sure that when you explain what happened to the insurance company, you explain to them that there was a fire in your store. Explain to them that somebody stole items out of your store. Someone broke into your store. Because you're very accurate. Insurance companies, they don't want to pay. Okay? If an insurance company doesn't have to pay, they're not going to pay. All right. Now let's do a temperature check for everybody that's watching online. If you're watching me, even if you're watching on the replay, I want you to make a mind muscle connection with me on this. Okay. Did you know that there's insurance adjusters and insurance claims? Their entire job is to try to find reasons for you not to pay. If you knew that, I want you to say knew that. If you didn't know, I want you to say didn't know. Okay. If you knew that, I want you to say knew that. If you didn't know, I want you to say didn't know, okay? I want you to participate with me. Let's see how we sounded. Okay, good stuff. All right, so the first person to respond was Curie. Curie says knew that, okay? So that being said, there are times where you have to not trick the system, but just be very straightforward, because the reason why your store was damaged wasn't because of the riots, because there were peaceful protesters. There were people that were rioting and other stores that did not happen to them. So what happened was, boom, somebody broke into my store, someone stole my items, and or there was a fire, there was damage done to my store, so there was damage done to my items. So because of that, you want to make sure that you contact the insurance companies so that they're able to give you the proper claim. And if they refuse to pay out, that's when you get an attorney involved. Because if you have proper documentation that it was a fire and or someone broke into your store, and if you have theft and you have your items protected, then sometimes you just have to get litigation involved, and then you're just going to have to sue them, and they will pay out. That's the reason why you have these attorneys that are great at what they do, and they get lump sum payments. One of my best friends, Nikki Bonner, God bless the dead, who's right here, he's one of the top litigators that I know. Will take an insurance company's lunch. You hear me? And that's one of the things that he loved to do. So always stand up for your right. He was one of the main ones to teach me and tell me that when you're doing that, stand up for your right. So that being said, if that's the case, that you've gone through that, Make sure that you go through the proper channels of documentation, provide them everything that they need. Second thing is make sure that you document all of your conversations with the proper supervisors and go through the proper triage system to make sure that you're getting your needs met. And if they refuse to, then you sue them. All right. Now, the second thing you mentioned is that the second thing that you mentioned is that if you don't pay, the banks are going to foreclose on your business. Okay. I'm not saying that that's inaccurate. What I'm saying is that banks want money. They don't want property. Okay. So if a bank wants money, they will settle for a repayment plan to restructure. So if you have some loans that are outstanding, and if you have some and you need funding, and you're trying to get funding, or if you have some lines of credit that are out there, and for some reason you're having issues paying right now because of COVID-19, which is a very real thing, then they are doing something that's called a forbearance. I want everyone to say forbearance. I want everyone to write the word forbearance. It's very important that you use the proper terminology and the right words, because if you don't use the proper terminology and the right words, then you won't get your results that you're looking for. All right. So you want to make sure that you use the term forbearance. All right. Make sure that you're saying that you want to get a forbearance. What a forbearance is where a company that offers loans, they will take your old payments and put on the back end of your loan to restructure your loan. All right. So a forbearance. All right. That's very important that you ask for a forbearance. A forbearance. That's the proper word. So I hope everything works out for you, my man. Make sure that you keep fighting for your rights. Make sure that you continue to document everything. And it sounds like you have two very big issues that you need to work out today. But I know that you'll be able to work them out. No problem. All right. So let's take another caller. All right. Last four is 1624. Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Last four is 1624. Hey, how are you doing, Miss Quiet Storm? How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am winning. I'm doing extremely well. How are you liking the show? How are you liking the format?
I love it. I love classes. I love it all.
You love it all. Okay, you've taken the classes and all that good stuff. So that's good stuff. That's good stuff.
It's a long time. It's been a long time coming.
Yes, ma'am.
Very pertinent question I want to ask you.
Okay.
Okay, how does the IRS determine which LLC they turn into a disregarded LLC?
All right. Ask me that question again.
Okay, how does the IRS, what mechanism do they use to determine which LLCs they take and make them disregarded LLC?
Okay. So what happens is that it's not the IRS that does that. It is the Secretary of State. So whenever you start a business, every year you have annual taxes and annual filing fees that you have to pay. If you don't pay your annual filing fees and you don't pay your annual taxes, what they can do is they can dissolve your business and dissolve your LLC. So what will happen is that it'll say that you're probably in business but not in good standing if your annual filings are not done. So that's the issues when it comes to the Secretary of State. That'll happen if you do not pay your annual fees. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people think that when they register their business, they pay one time and they think that it's just a one-time payment, but it's a fee that you have to pay every year for your annual dues. And then what happens is that if your EIN number is attached to one of those businesses and it's reported that it's no longer in good standings or no longer good files, there's no longer good standings, then it will report on your EIN, your employment identification number, that the business is not in good standings.
Oh my God, thank you. You made me understand that very clearly.
You're very, very welcome. I'm so glad. So yeah, so what you want to do,
Thank you.
you're very, very welcome. Thanks so much for all the support. Make sure that you hit that like button and hit that share button, Quiet Storm. I appreciate you so much. She is so awesome. She's been enrolled into my online courses for a very long time and have been a moderator and a faithful watcher for a very long time. So yes, make sure that you have something that's called an annual filing fee or annual dues. Some people that start a business, and it happens to the best of us, happens to all of us. If you have multiple businesses, and what happens is that it's actually the date in which you started it. So if you don't know, your registered agent, your attorney, your business coach should send you email notifications letting you know that your annual dues are ready to pay, and then you have to pay your annual dues. Most cases it's $50, $100, $75, depending on what state you're in and depending on what type of business you are. All right, let's take another caller, okay? Let's take another caller. We're taking your calls live on the air. Live caller number is 563-999-3627. That's 563-999-3627. And make sure you text the phrase funding one-on-one to 833-934-1328. So the next time I am live, you will be able to participate with us when we are live. All right, last four of your number is 0860. Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Hey, Justin, how are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing very well, Good to hear your voice.
Thank you very much. Thanks so much for watching. Yes, sir.
Before CB, you got a guarantee of $50,000 in funding within 4 months.
Yes, sir.
After, CB leverage in the market, all that kind of stuff. Do you still offer a guarantee or lesser amount?
Yes, so we do still offer the guarantee, but the time frame has been, COVID-19. We have gone. 2020 has been a very character building year. So yes, we still, if you're wanting to do a corporate build out, we will still build out your company for you. We will build out your business. We will apply for the lines of credit for you with your authorization. We will build out your website. We will do all of the things that are required for you, and we will help you get funding. So yes, you are guaranteed at least, and the minimums are very, very minor. If you look at our video testimonials and most of the individuals that's gotten funding, you're going to notice and note the trend is normally twice the amount. So, matter of fact, if anybody's watching right now and you've gotten funding through us, tell us right now in the comments below how much you've gotten for funding. If you're watching live, even if you're watching on the replay, type in the comments below how much you've gotten funding from us through our courses or through our consultation. But yes, so you will get minimum is 50,000, but the average gets a little more than that. A little more than that.
Okay, that's great. Now, when you say 60 or 50,000, is that like cash credit cards?
So it's multiple different lines of. That's a very good question. So it's multiple different lines of credit. Okay, so when we build your credit for you, it's as if you do it for yourself. So we're building it separate for you from your personal credit. So we're still going through tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 and tier 4. So the 50,000 is an accumulation of multiple different tiers of funding. Okay. So when you go and get your funding, that's why we give you that minimum amount. But like I mentioned, a lot of people get a lot more because when you get to tier 3 and tier 4, depending on what your business is, depending on if you currently have funds coming into your business, then it becomes a lot more. You can easily get 75,000, 100,000 in working capital or equipment funding or equipment financing. So it all depends on what your business is. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. I'm looking to start I want to get into real estate, but in this market, I'm going to start off with a wholesale company.
Okay.
And that's a good way to, make $5-10 per wholesale deal, and then not have to worry about, selling houses as far as fixing and flipping them or whatever. So that's my game plan. Now, tier 4 is like the cash credit cards, right?
Yes, sir.
The American Express company.
Yes, sir.
So, would you say I could at least probably get at least 10,000, 15,000 in tier 4 funding?
That's a very good question. Because you're wanting to invest in real estate and you're wanting to flip real estate, I would take you a different way. That's the reason why with the corporate build out, it does come with some consulting, because like for instance, I had a one-on-one consultation today with a young lady that wanted to do clothing. So with her, it would make more sense to get a line of credit that can be used to purchase from manufacturers. $70,000 but that wouldn't benefit you. For you, you might want to get something that's called a real estate line of credit, so that you can purchase real estate, and it's like a credit card, but it's mainly for the purposes of real estate. You can't purchase anything other than real estate with it, but it's as if you are able to just go in and buy what you want and swipe. So there are different lines of credit. Yes, they're different. So that being said, they're different depending on what your business is, and your business type will determine what your different lines of credit are. But yes, you can easily get $20,000, $30,000 from credit unions when you build your business the proper way. And if you are a legitimate business, you have money coming in. Yes, absolutely. No problem.
So what if there's no money coming in? It's a brand new business. Can we still do a little funding or not?
Yes, you can still get funding, but you're going to be limited to what you're able to get. So if you don't have any money coming in, I would say $50,000 in funding. If you do have money coming in, $150,000, $200,000 in funding.
That's still good. So the core bill is $3,000, $1,000 up front, and then there's 4 payments of $500 a month, correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
And what's the timetable? Is it 4 months or is it 6 months now?
It's going to take 10,000 years. Come on, man. You asking me 5,000 questions. And I said, let's keep the questions late. This is what's going to happen. Your business is going to grow. There's certain things, if it's out of your control, it's out of your control. You understand? I mean, if companies are closed because of COVID or because of natural disasters, but the point of the matter is this: your business is going to grow. Let me ask you this question: how long have you been watching me? See, no, wait, pause. You've been watching me for years, so it doesn't matter how long it takes because you've just wasted years. You see what I'm saying? You've just wasted years on trying to figure it out. This is what I want you to do, man. Invest in yourself and invest in your business. I'm very grateful to have you as a viewer. I'm so grateful to have you as a customer. I'm so very grateful to have you as a client, and I want to be your coach. At the same time, you have to invest in yourself and stop procrastinating. Listen, I've heard people say this question. When you start asking questions like that, most people say, well, man, it takes 5 months or it takes 6 months to get stuff done. But they will work at a job for 30 years and don't see that 30 years is a long time. Or they'll say, oh, I got 10 years on a job. It's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is a business plan. We work the business plan. You become successful if you do what the course talks about and what we teach you, you will be successful. If you don't do it, then you won't be successful. But listen, time is going to take itself. Time is going to do itself. The only thing you have to do is make sure you position yourself so that you are good to go. All right. Time is going to do itself. All you have to do is position yourself so you are good to go. Let's take some more phone calls, guys. We're taking your calls live on the air. 563-999-3627. That is 563-999-3627. We are taking your calls live on the air. Last four of your number is 4230. Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Hello? Hello? Last four digits is 4230. Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Hello? Okay, they having a good time. They having a good time and they watching the show. Let's see. You guys having a good time and you watching the show? You guys enjoying this? If you guys enjoying this, I want you to say you are enjoying this. Talk to me. Let's see how we're doing. Can you guys hear me okay? I know sometimes it's kind of hard for you guys to hear the client sometime. If you guys are enjoying this, I want you to say you are liking this. If you don't like it, if you don't like the format, I want you to tell me that you don't like the format. Let's see. You guys like it, I want you to say you like it. If you don't like it, tell me. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. We have an open conversation about this. All right, we got 87 people watching live right now. All 87 of you guys hit that like button and hit that share button right now. Let YouTube know that you value this content. Hit that like button and share this. I'm enjoying this. That's good stuff. Enjoying this. That's good stuff. We're taking your phone calls live on the air. 563-999-3627. That's 563-999-3627. And I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. If you guys call in and I catch you. So let's see if you can pay attention. Okay, let's see. Last four of your number is 5022. Hey caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, Mr. Cole, this is Brian, calling from Florida.
Hey Brian, how are you doing, my man?
Man, I'm doing awesome.
That's good stuff.
Mr. Cole, I want to make a statement.
Yes, sir.
Of course, you know I was one of your students.
Yes, sir.
I feel like this statement is really going to help somebody.
Okay.
I was one of your students, and I did the course, and I completed the course, and I didn't apply for no funding or anything like that. And while I was in the course, I decided, man, I'm gonna go a little step up. I'm gonna do the corporate build out. So I'm in the process of getting everything, the funds together to do the corporate build out.
Yes, sir.
But the point I want to make, if you go, because a lot of people ask for funding. I need funding, and I know the business you do is about the funding and stuff, but it's also about the coaching.
Yes, sir.
The learning aspect of it. If you, and I'm saying this to help somebody. If you get the funding before you get the knowledge, it ain't gonna work. You can't keep going for the funding. You got to go for the knowledge. It's like having a Bentley and not having a garage to put the Bentley in.
Yes, sir.
So I'm just saying this to help somebody. So don't bypass the knowledge looking for the funding. Because if you do that, it can be disastrous, and it's not going to be nobody's fault but yours. So I just wanted to say that to help somebody, because I see a lot of people looking for funding. I'm looking for funding, but you want to look for the coaching aspect. You don't want to have. I'm trying to say this kind of nervous.
It's okay. Go ahead. Just take a deep breath. You're just a regular old guy.
Right. You don't want to put the blessing before the building. If you put the blessing before the building process, it could hurt you. It can really hurt you. And I just wanted to say that to help somebody, because if you keep chasing, like the funding is the least of the funding gonna come.
Yes, sir.
The money gonna come.
Yes, sir.
But if you get the knowledge before you get the money, when the money comes, you will know how to handle it.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So I just wanted to say that to help somebody. I just felt compelled to help somebody. Cause like I said, I'm a student. I did the course. I did the course.
Yes, sir.
But I ain't even go after the funding. I ain't thinking about the funding right now.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking for the knowledge. So when the funding comes, you could do the funding. That's a given. That's what you do. But I'm looking for the knowledge.
And that's something that's very interesting, Brian, because thank you so much for the call and the vote of confidence. I really appreciate that. When we created the coaching, as a business, as a consulting firm, we have a 98% approval rating. The reason why our approval rating is so high is because if a client got turned down for a loan, we wouldn't just completely throw their file away. What we would do is we would actually send them through our coaching course, which is what you're talking about, resubmit them, get funding. Then on our originator agreement with the bank, it'll show up as a positive loan versus a decline loan. But when we decided to take it from in office to make it digital, I was so shocked at the amount of people that would take the course just for what you said, for the information and the knowledge, just because they wanted to know. And they don't know what business they want to start, but they know they want to start a business. And they know that they do want to eventually be an entrepreneur. And when we would have our one-on-one sessions and when we would have our group sessions, some of the questions that people would ask is they said, okay, well, Dean, I finished the course. I'm at the end. Now, remember what you said in the first session, in section 1 and section 2, I'm doing it now. And so I said, okay, well, I designed the course so you can do it so we could do it together. But some people like you like to retain it and then kind of go back and then do it. So I appreciate you saying that, because I don't think I've ever said that publicly, because I guess we've never had a conversation about it publicly. But there's a lot of people that will do that. They will get enrolled into the course because it's content that's not seen anywhere else. I teach information that's proprietary, that's not anywhere else. It's not like you're just enrolling to the course and then you're not gonna, you're gonna see something you can find on YouTube. No, I teach real hardcore business development. And so, so that being said, I appreciate that. Now, you also took it a step further and you decided to invest in the corporate build out, and we're in the process of building out your website for you right now. As a matter of fact, I was talking to Malik, and your website was one of the ones. Did you get the forms information that was sent back to him for your GoDaddy information?
Mr. Cole, this Brian done.
Okay. Oh no. Okay. I'm sorry. Different Brian. I apologize. Different Brian. B. Dot. I apologize for that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the process of that's my next step. I did the first course. What they call it? Your the intermediate course.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not the the first course I did that, and I know I want to do the corporate build out. So I'm in the process of, like I said, getting all the funds together so I can do the corporate.
So you can do the corporate build out. Okay, I apologize. Okay, forgive me. All right, I confused the Bryans. Forgive me, I confused the Bryans. That's good stuff. I confused it.
No problem.
That's good stuff.
I appreciate you, man, and I just, like I say, I just wanted to help somebody, because I don't want people to, like, the money, the funding is important, but if you get the funding and you don't have the knowledge, it can hurt you.
Absolutely.
It can hurt you. So
Absolutely.
I just wanted to say that, man. I want to say that I appreciate you, and like I said, I took the course in its entirety, and it was good, man. So my next step is to do the corporate build out, and even after I'm done with the corporate build out, is more. It's bigger than that.
Yes, sir. It is. It definitely is. And I think that goes into the mentorship and the life coaching. And I appreciate you, Brian, so much for the kind words, man. And I appreciate you so much for calling in. And that's why I do what I do, because my job is to make people better. When I die and go before the Lord, I want him to say, well done, my good and faithful servant. You made millionaires. You made entrepreneurs. You changed people's lives. You helped change generations, because I know that's what I'm called to do. I thought it was going to be preaching on a different level. And I thought it was going to be pastoring and mentoring on a different level. But through this avenue, this is the way that God has me doing what I do. And I understand that now. And I'm in my calling. So that's how come I'm grateful. And that's how come all you haters, I appreciate all the hate, but you're just my publicity. You dig? Because you can't stop what Jehovah God has blessed. You dig? So I'm excited that we have an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. And we've been accredited by the Better Business Bureau as one of the few African-American owned financial services providers. So I am so grateful for that. You guys give me a round of applause for that. I appreciate that. You guys give me a round of applause for that. I really do. Everybody hit that. Give me some round of applause for that. I appreciate that. Let's look at some of your questions. We're still taking your phone calls. We're taking your calls, 563-999-3627. That's 563-999-3627. But I want you guys to give me some thumbs, give me some round of applause for that. I'm really excited about that. And I appreciate you guys for all the support. And I appreciate you guys for all of the encouragement. I really do. Money Mike Slick Will gave me the thumbs up. He was the first one to give me the round of applause. All right. Antonio, that's a very good question, my man. Give us a call, 563-999-3627. Give us a call, and I will answer your call live so we can have a conversation about it. All right, so we can go from there. 563-999-3627. We're answering your calls live on the air. All right, last 4 digits of your number is 5540. Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Last 4 digits are 5540. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, how are you?
Yes. Just fine, thank you. My name is Angela, and I'm calling from St. Louis, Missouri.
Angela from St. Louis, Missouri. How are you doing today?
Wonderful, fantastic, thank you.
That's good.
This is actually, I'm really excited about your program.
Yes, ma'am.
I do know what type of business I want. I want to open a call center.
Okay.
And my biggest hurdle is the funding. The funding to pay my employees.
Okay.
So, how can you help me with that?
That's a very good question. My advice to you is to start small and grow. The funding to pay your employees, you want to come from profits. So let's break it down.
Okay.
So you want to start a call center. What type of call center do you want to start?
Well, actually, I'll be targeting politicians.
Okay. So you want to do a call center.
I'll be running like different campaigns.
Okay, so you want to hire, okay, so you want to basically be like a marketing firm and you want to market to different campaigns, your team of individuals to call on their behalf to push what it is that they're pushing, or not push, but to market or promote what it is that they're wanting to do. Okay, I got you. I get it. Okay, I get it. So this is my advice to you. My advice to you is to think big, advertise big. I want you to go on your website and I want you to imagine as if you already have a full corporate building with 50 employees. Imagine that. I want you to market that way. I want you to get pictures and I want you to get marketing material, and I want you to say us and we and all of your documentation when you're pitching. That's what I want you to do. At the same time, it's going to be you and maybe 2 other people starting out. Okay? It's going to be, it's going to be you and 2 other people starting out so that you're able to sign a contract and you have money coming in so that you can hire your employees for money coming in. So the reason why I'm giving you this advice is because your product is services and you don't want to take out a loan or working capital loan for services that have not been rendered yet. Because if you take out a working capital loan for services that haven't been rendered yet, God forbid, it takes a little longer for those services to be rendered, and then now you have to turn around and make payment. But if you did a working capital loan, let's say if you were selling shirts or you were selling apparel, if situations happen, you can easily put them on sale them, and that way not make a profit, but just break even and turn around and make your working capital payments. Does that make sense?
Oh, it does.
Yeah, so that being said, as a business coach, there's a lot of different ways where you can get $50,000, $100,000 in funding or whatever, but that's not good business coaching. That's just me telling you how to get funding. But as a business coach, to help you get coaching, my advice to you would be to focus all your energy and effort on marketing, building up your business. You can build up a shelf corporation and build up a shell company where you can get $100,000 in funding. But my advice, I would not use that $100,000 to pay your employees. I would use that to have saved in the bank, use for marketing so that you can get clients like the different politicians to hire you so that way you can have money coming in. That's what I would suggest. And now if you have clients that are going to pay you on a net 30 or a net type of an arrangement, then you're able to do something that's called invoice payouts, where they can pay you. You can get paid business credit based on the invoices that's happening. That's the best advice versus just getting credit and then paying people, and God forbid you paying people to sit around and be on Instagram all day and flirt with their next door neighbor, because that's all they do at call centers. They don't be on the phone worth nothing. So that's my advice to you. That's my advice to you. Well, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it. Make sure that you hit that like button, you hit that share button, guys. We're taking your phone calls live on the air. 563-999-3627. That is 563-999-3627. We're taking your phone calls live on the air. Last 4 digits of your number is 9204. Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Last 4 digits are 9204. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing, my man? What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is George. I'm calling from Georgia.
That's what's up. I saw that 678. I ain't gonna say the rest of it because I want to say your number. But that's good stuff. How you feeling, my man?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. I want to give a big up to you, man. You're doing a great job, man.
I appreciate it.
Everything that you're doing, man.
Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate the support, and I appreciate the encouragement. What question do you have for me, my man? Okay.
And I had a question as far as how is it going to work, as far as getting back in contact with you, as far as where is my office going to be, and just how does it work as far as going back and forth with you, as far as how it's built out.
Okay, definitely. So it's been 2 weeks. That means that you've received your articles of incorporation, your EIN information, and information for banking, correct?
No, I haven't received that.
All right, and you said that you signed up for the corporate build out when?
It was probably about, it's been probably close to 2 weeks now.
2 weeks. Hold on for a second. You about to make me check now. Hold on for a second. You about to make me pull it up and see. Have you spoken with my assistant Io, or have you spoken with Malik? Have you spoken with anybody on the team?
I spoke with the lady in the office. I don't know. I'm not sure what.
Patricia?
She was like,
Yeah, you spoke with Patricia? Okay. If it's been 2 weeks, within 2 weeks you receive your articles of incorporation, as well as you also receive I'm about to pull up my emails right now to see what's going on. You receive your articles of incorporation, and you also receive your EIN information and your business bank account information. I need to add some pertinent information. Let's do this. I want you to contact the office tomorrow. I need for you to call the, I know, now I need you to do this. It's very important. You are, no, this is what I'm going to do. You are Eastern Standard Time. Will you be available tomorrow at 9 o'clock?
yes, I was just getting off work.
Okay, you just be getting off work. Okay, tomorrow at 9 o'clock, I'm going to call you personally. I'm going to look at the list and make sure that your email information is accurate. You did receive the forms and filled out the forms, correct?
No, but she said that she was going to speak with you. I'm paraphrasing.
Okay.
She said that she was going to speak with you and get back with me some forms as far as some stuff that I wouldn't have to sign. And I don't know if I missed the email or what.
That's what I want to do. So that's what I want to do. Sometimes Gmail will put us in the bulk folder or spam, or they'll put us in something called a promotions folder. So I can't do it live right now on the air because it's certain information I can't ask you publicly. But tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Yes, sir. So tomorrow at 9 o'clock, I'm going to call you. We can go over everything together. Make sure that your email is working correctly. Make sure that you've gotten the forms and everything is good. So that way I can know exactly what's going on with everything that's going on. Does that work out for you, my man? So tomorrow at 9 o'clock?
That's great, man. They're doing a great job, man. I'm not concerned about it,
That's good. So I want to make sure, but no, I want to make sure that you good. I want to make sure you get good customer service. Like I said, I'm very proud of that A rating with the Better Business Bureau, no matter what people say. Because, lies don't matter, but truth does. So if somebody tell a lie, it falls off. They investigate, it falls off. But if it's truth, it's my job. I want to make sure that I give you the best service possible, my man. I don't want you to expect subpar service. So tomorrow at 9 o'clock, we're going to go through everything. It's not going to take any longer than 15 minutes. And I'm pretty sure it's probably an email situation. And because 2 weeks, our stuff, we've been running like clockwork lately. So I'll make sure that we're good to go tomorrow by 9 o'clock, and we can see exactly what's going on and see where you are. Does that work out for you, my man?
That's great. You want me to call the office, or you want to come in?
I'm going to call the office. Hold on for a second. This is the number right here.
Yeah, this is my phone.
That's the best number? Okay, hold on for a second. I'm actually about to send this number to my team while we're talking live right now. And by the end of this phone call, let me see who I got in the office. Well, it's too late right now. We ain't got nobody in the office at 7:42. But hold on for a second. I'm putting this in our group chat right now. And I'll make sure. Check on client status. Yes, sir.
And as far as once the process of the build out, would there be a point where I can talk to you as far as
Yes.
how to put the money from our job into the company without getting any type of
Red flags? Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. So with the corporate build out, you also get 5 hours of one-on-one coaching. You get 5 different sessions. So once you've gotten to the point to where your corporation is formed, which you should be at this point. I think you're there. I just need to check documentation. Once you're there, then we build out your website. We get your business email address. We get your business phone number. Then we start having one-on-one sessions on the way that we're going to build your company out, and we'll have a one-on-one session to make sure that you'll be set up the right way, so that way you don't have to worry about any loopholes. I'll teach you the legal loopholes on how you can have a regular job and still grow your business and fund your business at the same time. So we have those one-on-one sessions. So you have a total of 5, and when you need them, contact the office, and then you'll get put on the schedule. So that way it's based on appointment. So everything is based on appointment. So contact the office, and Patricia, Io, Rose. Well, most of the time it's going to be either Patricia or Io. Rose, we're getting her up to speed. You'll be good to go, and they'll check my schedule and put you on my calendar.
Okay, that's great.
Okay.
How long is the total on that process take? I know it's like 3 quick.
It's okay.
How long does the total of that process?
Well, so right now we're in a pandemic. Like I was saying before, technically it should only take 5 to 6 months. But if, it's something like you tell God your plan and watch him laugh. So the whole world has been shut down. The whole world has been shut down, including banks, to where you can't even physically go into certain physical banks. So that did put a damper on certain things. Some of the lenders that provide lines of credit, they've been going through some issues where they've been pulling back. So they're still doing it, but their staff has been cut down in half. So the processing time has been taking a little longer. So it shouldn't take you any more than 5 to 6. Well, you just enrolled into it 2 weeks ago. So hopefully the world will be back open the way it should be. And there should be, travel bans and everything. So by the time we get to the point of applying for funding, everybody should be back at work. So for the people who had, who've gotten the corporate build out before, half of underwriting staffs have been let go. Half of processing departments working from home, and people halfway working. So that being said, those individuals might take a little bit longer, but for you, because you just enrolled into the corporate build out, I think you should be fine. So you should be looking at getting funding in 5 to 6 months, worst case scenario. But I'll make sure that we contact the office. I'll make sure that tomorrow at 9 o'clock, I contact you personally. My first consultation tomorrow is at 1:30. I'll make sure that you got what you need tomorrow at 9:30. Guys, we are taking your phone calls live on the air. Thanks so much for that, Joel. I appreciate it. We're taking your calls live on the air. 563-999-3627. That is 563-999-3627. We're taking your calls live. Last four of your number is 6356. Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
How you doing, brother? This is Dwayne Boyd.
Hey, Mr. Boyd, how are you doing, my man?
I'm doing well, brother. I was calling because on YouTube we can't hear the callers, but we can hear you fine.
You can hear me, but you can't hear the callers. It's hard to hear the callers.
Right.
Okay. Sometimes it's hard. Okay. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Sometimes people can hear, but it's hard to hear the callers sometimes. Okay. Well, okay. Some people says buffering and okay. Some stuff is out of our control. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was just wanting to let you know because ever since the caller started, it was hard for us to hear.
It's been hard to hear. Okay. I appreciate that. I'm going to see what we can do about that. But all in all, are you enjoying the format? Are you enjoying the flow of things other than sometimes it's hard to hear some of the callers?
Oh, I always enjoy every time you go live, even if I miss the show, I catch you on the replay, and I always enjoy the format and what you put out.
That's good stuff. I appreciate you so much. If you guys can hear Mr. Boyd, I want you guys to say can hear. If it's difficult to hear, I want you to say it's difficult to hear. If you can't hear, I want you to say can't hear. Let's do a temperature check. If you can hear, I want you to say can hear. If you can't hear, I want you to say can't hear. The callers, or if it's difficult, I want you to say, okay, so, because I know some people, it is kind of difficult sometimes. Or you said you can't hear them at all. Some says barely. Yes, it's awesome. It's difficult to hear. Okay. You can't hear him, William. Okay, that's good stuff. All right. It's difficult. Okay. All right, let's see what we can do about that. Can't hear is difficult. All right. I wonder if it's difficult. Okay. Oh wow. It's very low. I don't know what I can do. I mean, what can be done about it? I got everything turned up as much as possible. I think I just have to get I do know what I can do. I won't be able to do it this show, but I'll make sure I can do it next show. Next show, I'll make sure I'm able to do that next show. I'll make sure I could do that next show. Let's see. We could do that next show. Okay. Let's see. We'll take some more phone calls. Hey caller, last four is 9215. Hey caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, Dean? I'm Big E, the boss. How you doing today?
I am winning, my man. How are you doing, Big E Boss? How's everything going?
Man, I'm blessed, brother. I'm blessed. I just want to say I appreciate you, man, for everything that you do and for being a pillar in our black community, man, of excellence, brother. You're just a great example. I definitely look up to you and admire you as an entrepreneur.
Thank you, boss. I appreciate you.
A student, man, and and I'm just wanting to gain this knowledge, brother.
Thanks, man. I appreciate the vote of confidence. I appreciate you calling just to share the love and showing the support, man. I really appreciate that, boss. I really, really do. I'm actually going to
I do have.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. You said you do have a question.
Yeah, I did have a question. So I've been working in corporate for a while now. The last 3 years I worked for this particular company. They're actually labeled one of the top companies in America right now.
Okay, it's good stuff.
And I'm in sales for them.
It's good stuff.
It's not a super high level in sales, but I have managed to be top 10% in what I do.
Okay, awesome.
So I have a skill. I know I have a skill. I've always been really skilled at sales, and I've always been really good at what I do. The company wants me to move up into corporate, but I don't want to do it because I don't want to be married to that business.
Yes, sir.
And I make more. I've been making more based on my commission more than even my management.
Mm-hmm.
And as an African American, it's really difficult with the politics in my workplace.
Yes, sir.
With these individuals, when they look at you and they're like, "You making more money than me? I've been here for 10 years. I've been here 15 years." And there's just a lot of politics, and I have an entrepreneurial spirit, and I'm really ready to step out and move forward. So one thing I did as a safety net was I jumped in and I started taking my real estate courses.
That's good.
mobile detailing business. I
Mm-hmm.
made $50K on my own.
That's
I
good.
bootstrapped that. I used to do club promoting. I've done different things. So right now, what I'm looking for is I'm really just trying to get solid in one business. Um, I am a student of yours, by the way. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of looking to find that niche, something I can do, and everything's going digital. So it
Mm-hmm.
has to be recession proof. And so I'm kind of looking for that niche right now. And I just wondered if you had any direction for me, something I can just take off with and just aim at. You know what I mean? I kind of need to find my aim. I'm shooting in the dark right now.
Okay. So very first thing is this. Congratulations, my man. You sound like me. I was the exact same way. The exact same way. I was gifted at sales at a young age, and hold on for a second. I'm gonna put you on mute. Don't hang up. Don't hang up. I'm just gonna put you on mute because there's something going on in the background. Some echoing.
Oh, okay.
But I was the exact same way. And I knew that I was good at what I do. Like I didn't originally, before I got into banking and finance, I was in telecom and I was in sales and telecom. And I thought that I'm gonna have to let you go, my man. It was the echoing was too big. But I was in sales and telecom, and it was before I found my passion, and my passion happened to be finance. Like I mentioned before, like at the time I thought I was gonna end up being a preacher. I love teaching, I love empowering people, but also I like to get paid at the same time. You dig what I'm saying? And so when I found the commission for closing loans, I was like, oh snap. So I could teach people how to buy a house, how to change their life, how to change their legacy. Then a person can get their dream of getting a home, which is what they love to do. And this is a commission I get paid for it. Boom, that was it. So for me, that my area has been in financial literacy and also being a provider of services for mortgages, financial institutions, loans. So that's me. For you, I wish we wasn't getting that echo because I want to ask you some more probing questions so we can figure out what your passion is. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Invest in yourself. Invest in a one-on-one coaching session. Since you are enrolled into the course, so I'm glad you're enrolled into the course. But schedule a one, and since you're enrolled into the course, you get it at a discount. Instead of it being $250, it'll be $150 an hour. So that way we can have a conversation, and I can try to figure out how to help you figure out what your heart's desire is, so that you can take your talents and you can make yourself rich. Because this is the thing. The thing is this: it doesn't matter what you're selling. If you believe in what you're selling, and if you have the work ethic, you will outsell everybody. The average salesperson, the sales industry is made up, the top of sales industry is made up of multimillionaires. If you want to be a millionaire, learn how to sell. But the best thing is not just selling a crappy product and just shoving it down somebody's throat. You want to sell a good quality product. You know what I'm saying? Something that you're passionate about. Industries to get into where you have good sales background and you want to be recession proof. Industries to get in would be, like you mentioned, real estate sales. People are always going to need a place to stay. Now, the cost of the mortgage or the ability for people to purchase can be difficult at times, but you're always, if you can beat the street and if you can market, and I know that you can because you used to be a club promoter, you can always have a database of customers that want to buy. And the thing about it is that they can't buy, they can rent, and you get paid commissions off of that. But you really have to love real estate, because real estate is a beast. It's not for everybody. People will waste your time. They will waste your gas. You have to have a passion for them. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, you can make some good money, but it's not for the weak at heart. That's the first industry. Second industry is car sales, auto financing. If you enjoy it, if you enjoy the process of purchasing wholesale, then turning around and reselling it, these are industries where people are always going to need cars. People are always going to need transportation. Even though you might catch some slow times, but if you build your business the proper way and you have lines of credit And if you have business credit and you have it set up the proper way, you can offer in-house financing to some people. So that way that you can get a return on your investment. That's one good option for you. Another one that's very good, if you like people and you like financing, is to sell insurance. Even though it sounds boring, it really is, but it pays very well because you get a book of business and you get residual income that you can pass down to generations. So every time someone makes did you know the wealthiest man, one of the wealthiest men on earth, Warren Buffett, is in the insurance business. Insurance is a phenomenal business to get in because it pays very well. When you have a good book of business, you're able to, one, provide insurance for people, create a lifestyle for people, help people to become wealthy. But not only that, you get good residual income if you create good life insurance, good 401ks for people through growth stock mutual funds. If you get your series license, it's series 7 and 63. So if you like to sell things that are recession proof or things that people need, very often you talk about going digital. You can sell over the phone. You don't have to physically be in a person's company, in a person's presence to be able to sell these type of things. So let's have a conversation. Let's schedule a one-on-one consultation if you choose to. So that way we can really sit down and I can try to help you find your passion. Because listen, it's going to take times, like, it's in sales, but it's different when you have no salary. It's different when you have nobody else to lean on but yourself. When you are the supervisor, the trainer, the recruiter, when you're the person that's supposed to give out motivation and you don't have the motivation to keep going yourself, it's difficult. So if you are trying to just make money, there's a lot of things you can do to make money, but it's going to be difficult to do when times get lean. You have to be able to pull from your passion and keep moving when times get lean. I hope that answered your question, my man. I'm going to take a couple more questions and then I am going. Last four of your number is 1725. Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from? 1725.
Mobile, Alabama.
How are you doing, my man?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good stuff.
Got a couple of questions.
Well, okay, we can only answer. I'm only answering one. I'm only answering one question. Okay, we're just doing one question.
Okay, the corporate build out.
Yes, sir.
My business. I've been in business for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to use that business on the corporate build out, or would I have to start over?
That's a very good question. Yes. If you already have a business and you want us to build it out for you, we can do that. That makes it easier to get funding. Or if you want to start from scratch, then we can start from scratch as well. So yes, to answer your question, yes, if you already have an existing business and you want us to build it out for you, then yes, we can do that. Now, a lot of you guys are watching and you're like, Dean, what in the world are you talking about? You have no idea. You see, these people are like, Dean, I don't know what you're doing. Like, this is my first time watching you. What are all these people talking about? So let me explain to you guys what it is that we do and how we're able to help you, okay? So E.DeanCole Coaching, E.DeanCole Financial, we are a consulting firm, and we specialize in working capital, alternative finance, and business credit development. We have an online course that will walk you step by step. We hold your hand and walk you step by step through the process of building business credit that's 100% separate from your personal credit. It is a 12-month course. It's $99.95 a month for 12 months. So when you hear people say, well, Dean, I took your course, or I went through the whole course, or they say, I'm in your course right now and I'm learning so much, is because this is a course that they're talking about. So you're able to get into our startup coaching. Now, the startup coaching, it doesn't matter if you don't have a business, if you know that you want to start a business, you don't know what to do, or if you've been in business for 4 or 5 years, but you still can't get funding, you want to start at the startup coaching, okay? The startup coaching will walk you step by step through the process of building business credit that's 100% separate from your personal credit. And in the startup coaching, we actually give you a free course as well, which is our 720 FICO coaching. It's free, where it teaches you step by step how to restore and repair your own credit, okay? So business credit is 100% separate from personal credit. If you're watching this on the replay and you're watching me live, I want you to say separate, okay? I want you to say separate. It's very important for you to say separate. I want to make sure you guys are with me. Business credit is 100% separate from your personal credit. At the same time, if you do build out your personal credit, it makes it easier and it's faster. So what we do in our startup coaching, we give you a free course included with that, which is called our 720 FICO coaching, okay? So the startup coaching comes with the 720 FICO coaching for free, all right? If you guys are with me, I want you guys to say separate. Thanks so much for that, George. Thank you so much for that. Goodwin David says separate. Thank you so much for that. George Kirk says separate. Okay, if you guys are watching, I want you to participate with me, okay? Even if you're watching on the replay, I want you to participate with me as if you're watching live. I want you to say separate. Quiet Storm, who called in, said that she's loving it, says separate. All right, it's separate, okay? So for $99.95 a month, if you don't have a lot of money to get started, but you know you want to get started now, we teach you. You go at a reasonable pace, and we teach you line upon line, precept upon precept, step by step on how you're able to start your business and start your business the proper way, get your business to the point of getting funding. You're guaranteed $20,000 in funding, money back guarantee in the startup coaching, okay? It's $99.95 a month for 12 months. That's the startup coaching, okay? Now, the next way that we're able to help people is with a holding company, okay? This is an ironclad corporation. Our ironclad corporation is a holding company. This is for individuals that might say, Dean, I just know that I need to get a business started. I'm not ready to start building business credit, or I'm working as an independent contractor and I don't want to be an independent contractor. I want to be a legitimate company. Or this is for somebody who said, okay, I'm working as a salesperson and I just need to make sure my business is set up the right way. This is a service. It's an ironclad corporation. We provide for you a ironclad corporation within 72 hours. We create your business corporation for you. It's an anonymous LLC or an anonymous corporation, depending on what you need. It is going to give you $1 million in stock evaluation and stock certificate. We get your EIN number for you and also introduce a banking relationship with you so you can open up your business account and verify your business checking account. We create all of this for you and do your corporate bylaws, all of that for you. That is a holding company. We can create that for you within 72 hours. That does not come with any coaching. It does not come with any business development. It is a service we provide for you. Boom, in 72 hours, we provide a business structure for you, okay? Basically like a business in a box. 72 hours, boom, you'll have everything you need to go into your favorite bank and open your business account, and you'll have everything you need to start developing your own business. And or you can utilize who we have our relationship with, and you have your online business account, okay? Business checking account right then and there. That is our ironclad corporation. That is a one-time fee of $750. 72 hours, you will have your business structure, okay? Now, what a lot of people, which happens to be our bestseller, you hear a lot of people talking about, which is our corporate build-out, okay? Our corporate build-out is where you are hiring our firm, and our team actually builds out your business on paper and the structure for it. And we apply for business funding for you, and you're guaranteed business funding. In the startup coaching, you're guaranteed $20,000 in funding. In the corporate build out, you're guaranteed $50,000 in funding, okay? But like I said, we under promise and we over deliver. If you look at a lot of our video testimonials, you will see what most people are getting. So once again, on our startup coaching, you're guaranteed $20,000 in business funding, 100% money back guarantee, okay? In our corporate build out, you're guaranteed $50,000 in funding. But like I mentioned, we under promise and we over deliver, okay? Our corporate build out is where we will take either your existing company or we create a brand new company for you and we build it out on paper. We create the proper structure for you. We build out your business company. We build out your corporation. we get your EIN number, we get your Dun & Bradstreet number, we get your business telephone, we get your business email address. We provide a website for you. We get you first tier funding, second tier funding, and third tier funding. We take you all the way to what you need to do to build out your company and your corporation for you, okay? Now, this is a $5,000, it's worth $5,000, okay? However, we've broken it down to where it's only $3,000, okay? So it's value. So if you look on the website, some people say, well, Dean, why does it say $5,000 as a strike through it? And then it says $1,000. It's because that is what the value is. It's valued at $5,000. That's how much this type of coaching and consulting comes up to. However, we break it down to a down payment of $1,000, and then it's 4 separate payments of $500. Now, the corporate build out also comes with one-on-one coaching. You get 5 sessions of one-on-one coaching so that we can guide you, direct you, and you can guide and direct us on the type of business that we're building out for you so we know what type of funding to get, okay? Now, the next way we're able to help you is through one-on-one coaching. If you didn't get a chance to call in, or you saw this and you like, Dean, I didn't get a chance to answer all of my questions and you want one-on-one coaching, you can schedule one-on-one custom coaching where we have an hour and I'm giving you everything that you need to help you meet your goal. Whether it's business coaching or it's life coaching, whether you're trying to start a business, grow a business, whether you're trying to save your business, or whether you want to live abroad or live the best life that you have, or you just want to change something in your life. This is one-on-one coaching, okay? It's custom one-on-one coaching. It's $250 an hour for one-on-one time. Or if you know that you have a project that you are going after, or you have a goal that you want to meet and you need that mentorship and you want that one-on-one time, then you can do a 5-hour strategy session where you basically buy 4 hours and we give you that 5th hour for free. It's not all at one time. It's not all at one setting. We actually break it up into 5 different sessions. Sometimes we break it up into 6 different sessions in 30-minute increments, depending on your needs and how advanced you are. So everybody's situation is different. So these are the ways that we're able to help you as a coach, as a consulting firm, is once again, is through our one-on-one coaching. You can take our online course, which is $99.95 a month for 12 months. It comes with our free 720 FICO coaching. We're able to help you by starting it and doing it yourself. Or if you want us to do a holding company for you, you just need a business structure and you want a holding company. You don't know what you want to do with it. You don't know which direction you want to go, but you want to make sure that you create that company. We can do that for you. It takes us 72 hours to have an ironclad corporation with your articles of incorporation, with your corporate bylaws, EIN information, all of that banking relationship, 72 hours. Or the corporate build out is where we either take your existing business or we create a brand new business for you and we build everything out for you, okay? So these are the different ways in which we are able to help you. So did you guys enjoy the show today? Did you guys like the show today? If you liked it, I want you to say you liked it. If you liked it, I want you to say you liked it. If you didn't like it, I want you to say you didn't like it and tell me the reason why you didn't like it in the comments, okay? If you didn't like it, I want you to tell me you didn't like it and tell me the reason why in the comments, all right? So that is it, guys. Listen, remember, the only person stopping you from being successful is you. If you don't know it, you can learn it. If you don't have a mentor yet, you've met him. I will be your mentor. I am your mentor. If you don't have the character, you can develop it. The only person stopping you from being successful is you. Go get them. Success is waiting for you.
Like Jesus.